Hey guys, so I've been putting off doing this video for a while, and now I finally have the time. Well, not really the time, but I finally have the momentum to do it. And no, not really the time. I'm so busy right now, but yeah. Anyway, we're in a different atmosphere today because I'm driving home from visiting my mom in Fresno, and yeah, that's a whole new topic all on its own. Just getting life together, one of those things. Anyway, but that's not the topic of today's video. Today's video is going to be my gastric bypass surgery story, which I'm very excited to tell you guys, and a little scared, but I want to remember the moment, and I want to remember the whole thing because it has been a journey. It has had some bumps in the road. It still is a bump in the road. Obviously, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But yeah. So, and I know I haven't done this video. I keep saying that I'm going to, and it's not that I'm not motivated to do it. It's just, there's other things that are going on that make it so it's a little hard for me to do. And I was trying to figure out how to present it in the right light, and I needed to wait until I was ready. So if that makes sense, I don't know. You guys will understand later when I get into the more nitty-gritty. Okay, so anyway, I know you guys know that I got accepted to have gastric bypass surgery. I had it on January 23rd, 2024. It is now, well, my 5-month anniversary is coming up, which is the day that I'm posting this. So that is going to be June 23rd of 2024. My starting weight was 190, although the doctor has it documented as 186. And my lowest weight that I've been down to so far is 134. I'm in a little bit of a stall right now. I hope it picks back up on going down because I did set myself a weight goal, which I will talk about later because I wasn't really going to do that. It is so windy here, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So I did end up setting myself a weight goal. I wasn't going to, but then I decided to do it. So that's that. Yeah. So obviously I'm 5 months out. So I'm a little more back to normal than... I guess I expected to not be this normal, but there's other things that are going on that are not normal. But I'll explain all of that later. But I'm going to go back and revert back for you guys a little bit about all of the... So when I had to do all the preliminary stuff, that was an adventure. The sleep apnea test was exciting because the testing machine... Well, the first time I did it, it died and didn't work in the middle of the night. And I had the most restless sleep I've ever had. I couldn't sleep. It was so tossing and turning and da-da-da-da-da. And then the machine didn't even work. And then I was all bummed because the next day I was like, dang it, right? And then the second time I went back, they woke me up to put the CPAP on. And then something else happened. I don't remember exactly. It was really weird. Anyway, so then they made me come back for a third time. So after 3 times of doing the sleep apnea test, they finally got those results. And then they said that I had sleep apnea, but it wasn't super severe. I think it was a little bit more severe than they said, though. But I think it was because of the way I was laying. Because I tend to lay on my side, and you don't snore as much whenever you lay on your side. But it's because, literally it would be so hard for me to breathe at night. So... I know that I had it, but I know their results weren't accurate the other time. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know what happened with that. So that was a big whatever. But then they did say that I had sleep apnea, so that worked. And then the other thing, I didn't have any heart problems. I had to do that. I had to do the psych eval. That was interesting because that was where I really learned about what was going to happen. Yeah. And then when I went and I got the endoscopy done, they found the hiatal hernia, right? but like the doctor woke me up in the middle of the night, because originally I was going to do the sleep, and then the doctor, in the middle of the night, the doctor woke me up right after they had done it, and I was still so groggy, and I was like, I thought I had dreamed it, and I had to ask the nurse, did he really wake me up and tell me this? But he gave me a piece of paper, and he was like, I need you to give this to your surgeon. I don't think you should have the sleeve. I think you should have gastric bypass. And he's like, you have a pretty good size hernia. And I was like, okay, but I didn't know what the heck he was talking about, because I was half out of it. And then later the nurse kind of explained it to me, or I don't know, the assistant anesthesiologist, whatever you want to call him, explained it to me. And then I was like, okay. And then I had to go through that mumbo jumbo, which was like, I took it to my surgeon, and it was a big, anyway. So finally, whenever I had to go, because I didn't want to have to do 2 surgeries. Looking back, I probably should have tried the sleep first, even though, I mean, when I went there and I finally talked to her, she explained the difference between the bypass and the sleep to me, which I kind of had known the difference, but it was a little cloudy for me. And then she explained exactly like what she does, you know what I mean? And I was just like, I wish I had known that the whole time, because I would have, you know what I mean? But anyway, that was the first time. And then she had told me, if you want to do a sleeve, she's like, but I highly recommend you do the gastric bypass because of the hernia and because you have acid reflux. And she's like, I don't think you're going to be pleased if you go the other way. Anyway, long story short, I ended up doing gastric bypass. And after all of that mumbo jumbo, it took about a month for all of the insurance stuff to go through. And I found out, I don't even remember when I found out. Oh, it was like the end of November, I think. And then I posted a video saying, oh my gosh, I got approved. And then, and then I kind of went out of, I went bye-bye. Okay, I didn't really go bye-bye because I've been posting other videos, and I did record a few videos, but anyway, yeah, so that happened. So then for pre-op, my pre-op diet, I didn't have to do anything crazy because I wasn't like too much overweight, or I guess I am, but not, I don't know. So I only had to do 2 days of, it was a protein shake for breakfast, protein shake for lunch, and then cream soup for dinner, and that was for 2 days. And then the third day I had to do liquid diet, so I only did, or clear liquids. So I only did 3 days of pre-op. It was really hard because I was in a phlebotomy class, and like we were all having lunch and all this other stuff. And I was like, nope, I can't do it. I have to do this. So that's how that worked. And then Tuesday morning was my surgery. I was scared, I'm not gonna lie, because I'd never had a major surgery. And I remember when my doctor came in and she was like, oh, and I was like, I'm so nervous. And she was like, why? And I mean, at the time I didn't know her. I know her pretty well now, but at the time I didn't know her that well. So, but I remember that was like when she was like, why? And then she was like, you're gonna be fine, da 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 da, right? And like, you guys have to know my doctor. She wears heels everywhere, right? And so when I heard her come down the hall, every time I would go there, I'd hear the click, 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 click of her heels in the office, right? Well, when I heard the click, 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 click in the hospital, like something about that put me at ease. And I think it was just because like I was comfortable with her. So for me, picking the surgeon that I did, I mean, I didn't really pick her. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't. Like, it makes a difference. Anyway, so that's how that went. Yeah. And so then I was really scared, and she was like, don't be nervous, it's fine. And she was like, don't worry, they're gonna come get you in a few minutes. And I was like, and she's like, and the anesthesiologist is gonna come in and talk to you. And the anesthesiologist was super nice. He answered like 90% of my questions. And then I remember going to the OR, and I don't think I saw my surgeon until later in the evening after I woke back up. And yeah, I was gonna take video there, but it was just really awkward, so I didn't do it. I should have. And now I'm kind of like, if something else comes to pass, I'm probably going to take more video. I know. Yeah, what else? Anyway, I don't know. So the aftermath, the pain wasn't too horrible. I was really out of it though. Like the anesthesia like kicked me in the butt. Like, I was just groggy, like, for the first day, pretty much. I did get up and walk at one point in the evening, and with the nurse and everything. And after that, oh, that was whenever my surgeon came around and she'd seen me, and she was like, oh, and she was like, you're walking. And she's like, none of my other patients are walking yet. And I was like, okay, am I supposed to be walking then? And she was like, yes, we want you to walk. And she's like, okay. So that was no big deal. And then, yeah, they ended up giving me a bunch of fluid, and I slept like 90% of the time that I was there. And yeah, so that was how that went. And yeah. Anyway, so that was surgery. The first 2 to 3 weeks, it was a lot easier than I expected it to be. When the 4th week hit was whenever things kind of swayed a different direction, but nothing really went bad. But I will say that, I mean, I added some clips in here for you guys, okay? So my first major move for me, knowing like all of this became real, was whenever I got my hair cut. I did that before surgery, and that was kind of like, you know what I mean? Because I had long hair forever, and then finally I cut it off, and then that was whenever it was all like, okay, this is really happening. So that was my like moment. And then the overall experience in the hospital, I know I'm strange, I'm weird. It changed me. It changed me so much that I can't even explain it to you guys. Like, I suddenly was like, oh my gosh, I want to work in a hospital. I want to do this. And so that was what made me pick up doing surge tech and all this other stuff. It was just the overall experience. Now, granted, there's more that comes along with that, but like, that was literally the moment. It was the time that I had, the one time I was in the OR for like 5 minutes, and I thought it was like, okay, despite the fact that I was scared to death, I was like slightly mesmerized, I guess, by the whole like experience. And I was like, this is really cool. Like, I want to learn to do this. You know what I mean? So after that, that was whenever I started looking into surge tech. So when I say this freaking surgery has changed my life, it has changed my life in more than one way. And I'm forever grateful for that, which I will get more into later on. This is going to be a really long video too, by the way, guys. Obviously, I'm 12 minutes in, and I just told you about the surgery part. Haven't even told you all the aftermath stuff yet. But, yeah. It's been a journey, man. Anyway, so I did take some clips of whenever I went up to go get my hair cut, and I think that was the first part. Yeah, and then other stuff happens later. So anyway, so that's the gist of up to surgery. I'm gonna get into the aftermath and what happened after that in another video, because there's so much detail to tell you guys about. So this is going to be kind of back-to-back videos, because I'm really excited to share this story with you guys, and I'm very excited about the new path that I'm taking, and everything is just kind of going together. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and insert those videos clips, and then I'll insert my haircut. Obviously it's short now, so you can't really see, and then I'll insert a before and after picture of like the first month-ish, and you guys can already see the difference, but wait until you see the final difference from now to 5 months. So that being said, go ahead and stay tuned, and then after I'll do another video, because I have a whole hospital video and all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, so don't mind my really greasy face. It's not face, it's just around my lips, because I put on some lip treatment stuff, hydration, whatever, I don't know, some lip treatment thing that I needed to use up. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. It is, I can't even read it in the dark. It is Manna Miracle Balm, and I'm very close to the bottom. That's not even my progress line anymore. It's like down here. So there you go. Anyway, we are driving in the Grapevine. That's why it's dark. It is 3:30 in the morning. We're driving to Vallejo, and I wanted to do a vlog because I was like, you know what? I never do vlogs. And I'm trying to do more this year and be better about it. Although I think it's going to end up being like daily vlogs whenever there's something interesting going on. Yeah. But Lewis is passed out asleep. Yep, out like a light. And we stopped here in Gorman. It's not really Gorman, I guess. But just, you know, I needed to pee. And yeah, so yeah, we're on our way up there. We're delivering 2 kittens to their permanent home with the bester. Yeah, and that's the main reason for the trip. I think I'm getting my hair cut too. I know, I'm getting prepped for surgery now. Okay, I'm not really crying. I'm a little excited and nervous, but it's okay. I do want to cut off my hair though, because I don't want to have to deal with it. I want something that's short, easy, and I don't want to deal. I already know that like losing hair is part of the process, but I have really long hair and it's really tangly a lot. And so I already lose a lot of hair anyway. So I don't want it to be even more. So I'm going to cut it really short. And right now it's pretty long. I'll try and see if I can get a good picture. Yeah, and pop it in. But yeah, but I'm going to get back on the road. I just wanted to pop in and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. Why do my teeth look really pretty right now? I don't know what the heck's going on. Interesting. Well, not the bottom one. See the bottom one? I had this weird dip because they broke. Yeah. So, but the rest, nice. All right. Anyway, I'll check back in with you guys later. Yeah. Bye. Dude, the NorCal sunset though is so pretty. Actually, I think we're more in Central California. But can you see how beautiful it is? Ah, I love it. Yeah, there you go. And a little car. Well, the rest of it's just the rest stop. That is so pretty. Okay, it is. Okay, so it is almost, or it's a little after 7. I did stop to take a little nap over. We're about 2.5 hours out, and yeah, I really look at my hair needs to be dyed. It's getting so, I don't know, it just needs something. But I don't know. Sylvia says we have to dye it first. So not dye it. We gotta cut it all off first before we dye it. So there's that. Yeah. So I'm about 3 hours away from being where we need to be, and then but I had to stop because I needed to pee again, and I took like an hour nap. And then now, hopefully traffic won't be too bad because it's a Saturday morning. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop and grab something to eat. The kid's still dead asleep, so, right? Yeah, he's asleep. There you go. That's the update. So far, so good.